Richard out with the game, we no fear it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm a Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in on the Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. It's a Richard out that run the crypto scene. NCC, try to test, but we mash up the scheme. Pulsechain, a bubble every dribble, make it clean. Expand the rise, my bank account looking mean. Lamborghini doors, them a fly like bird. World's largest diamond, but my wrist, that's my word. Rolex for me and every tick, every top. Me invest in the best, nobody watch the stock. Richard out with the game, we no fear it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm a Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. No walk through the streets, no well car, I Pulsechain at the future, and that we are right. Richard out lead the way, SSC just up the pride. My chain, heavy, my success can't deny. We make the crypto world bow down, pay respect. Pulsechain at the move, it's a global project. Incentive token, pay my big checks, me collect. The Lambo them a roll out cash. Richard out with the game, we no fear it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm a Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. Said the future bright, me not take no loss. Richard out, mash up the SOC, them not the boss. HEX pa my mind, every dollar my toss. Pulsechain for the people, we never double cross. Rolex pa my wrist, diamonds, them a clean. Lambo them a line up like a royal team. Biggest diamond in the world, my vision like a dream. Richard out, I lead the way, the kid Richard out with the game, we no feel no it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm a Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. We said the future bright, me not take no loss. Richard out, mash up the SOC, them not the boss. HEX pa my mind, every dollar my toss. Pulsechain for the people, we never double cross. Rolex pa my wrist, diamonds them a gleam. Lambo them a line up like a royal team. Biggest diamond in the world, my vision like a dream. Richard out, I lead the way, the kid real short round with the game, we no feel no it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm a Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like dash, my fly high. For real, we are the dance, the crypto kings. Richard out a lead, with the top of the things. Richard out a lead, with the top of the things.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
What the hex, you guys? I don't have any material to work with. I don't know what to say. Ask us a question.
I'm not as smart as Bob.
Okay, you win. I've got nothing on that. You be ill. Ultravoice says we have a very bad echo.
Well, welcome in. We're doing a little drop-in session with DJ Cryptomatic from Germany, and I'm streaming right here in Los Angeles, California. We're gonna do a little drop-in. Just sharing with everybody. Is the chat shared? Chat's not shared? Chat is shared right now.
Sharing, yeah.
Chat is sharing. No, chat is sharing.
Terrible echo.
All right. Well, you're on crypto side right now. Now I can see it.
Woo.
One more scratch. All right.
Okay, hold on.
How's the latency, huh?
You be LA.
Just a little latency.
I'm ready for this fucking bull run to move. Now move! Move, move! Okay, thank you.
What the heck?
What the heck? What the heck is this all about?
What the restream? Man.
Well, you know what? Look, theoretically, and from a certain point of view, as Obi-Wan Kenobi might say,
yes,
you delivered, DJ Alpha, because he's on the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't write any hate notes to DJ Cryptomatic in case DJ Alpha gets too much of his chronic on and forgets that he's got to join us today.
I spoke to him yesterday. He should be on here with us right now. We are at 30 people watching live.
Yeah, but he's from LA, so
but he not here.
We
here.
Los Angeles are a little bit.
Yeah, he's busy, man. He's a CEO of a big jetpack company, so life is lifing. Meetings can happen.
I saw that that website. They got nifty little trinkets for you, you itchers and scratchers, you DJ type with headphone bags and mixer bags. And
that's right. He sells the mixer bags so that you can get your stuff on a plane and it doesn't scratch.
Get it? I get it.
So we got DJ Nom trying to wake him up. He's coming. He fell asleep. Well, there you have it.
I had such a gig last night. It was crazy,
exactly,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
So what's up with these prices, Papa B? Is your portfolio, is it banging or is it bazanging?
My portfolio is
I'll
doing...
be rich yet.
He's doing the pop and lock, as you young kids say, with the dancing around and the beats and the bups and the downs and it's great. It's great to see so much capital both increase in your portfolio and decrease in your portfolio. So if you want a little bit of crack cocaine with your lunch, you can just turn on the tracker at Pulse Scout or GoPulse.com, and you can start to get seasick, which is wonderful because that means that the bull run is begun. So
yeah,
I love to see that. And 100K Bitcoin reached and lost and will be reached again, I'm sure. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I have the thing here on the 7-day, just ink alone doubled since the last week.
See?
It's up 50%, absolutely crazy. HEX up 10%. PHEX. HEX doing its thing too, is above 2 zeros and a 5, so we'd like to see that. And of course, the big boomerang is Pulse with above 4 zeros and an 8. It's closing in on SAC levels.
Ugh.
And it's just mad. But my thing is always HEX. So each 1 cent move on HEX, catapults my whole portfolio to new heights. So that's crazy to see that.
But in the green room, we used catapult in a negative way, and now you've just changed it so it's positive. So I can't use it in a negative way anymore on the show. I see you've commandeered it,
but it's nice to see though.
Commandeered it.
Paper gangster. Paper gangs. Yeah,
we got War Ants in the chat.
Yeah,
DJ Nom waking up the
let's check chat, you guys. Let's see who is here first. We have Nom. The Nomster is first. We're on this new restream service now. So instead of on StreamYard, we used to be on the left side of the screen, and now we're on the right side. That's the main difference, and we can blend in with an animation the chat messages. Wow. We could technically blend in the whole chat too. That is crazy.
What?
Oh, we had a new person joining us. So is that the Peter or is it the DJ Alpha? Let's see.
Oh, but DJ Alpha wouldn't have just gotten confused because he's done this before, he says.
DJ
Peter.
Alpha needs to drop the alpha. Oh, he's on the snap cam, so we can see his donut hat. Oh, and there he went.
So, did you enjoy the show? That was
we have
a great time.
Technical difficulties. So anyway, we got Hex on air in here, number 2. Sandy Beach, still recovering from her surgery. I hope you're doing well, Sandy Beach. We got a Wookiee on the chain.
Rookies.
We got DJ Cryptomatic. No, that's me. Then who else is in here? Checks my pulse. Salute, man. Good to see you. Checks my pulse, checking us out. Agenda 69 on the Twitch side of things. Warrants. Man, that's the live crowd. All come to see. Maddie Allen is here.
Matty, hello, Matty.
Shout out to Maddie for running the 24-hour Stakeathon. He really did a 24-hour. Started Sunday night at the time 0 UTC, where the Hex day switches over, and then left the stream running for crazy long. Let me see. I think I have the final result of the Stakeathon. I have it up here. Let me just blend that in.
Maddie, apologies for flaking out on that. What happened was,
see what happened.
I'm old, and I fell asleep early, and then I woke up the next day, and I saw that there was Das Baum on the fucking panel, and I'm like,
that could have been the Papa B Das Baum reunion show, though.
I can't reunite with this thing.
I'm sure people would have loved to see that. So that's the final result here of the Stakeathon. Actually, we broke the record in the minute where I was on the stream in the afternoon.
So you represented the show then?
I represented, and there when I was there, we broke the record, the past record of Quattro Cinco stakes in a single day. And this is then the final result towards the end of his Stakeathon stream. So we can see here both chains combined. Left side is HEX, right side is Pulschain. Over 50 new Quattro Cinco stakes, a total of 1,500 T-shares been put into the system.
But DJ, those 42 on the east side were all me.
What, with your fossil stakes? On Pulsechain is where it's at, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Look here, 439 versus 62. That sends a clear message where people are staking, and we salute that. And
you know what? Speaking of extreme regrets, no fault of my own, we all did this, but man, getting that stake out right now with 20 Gwei on the east side is for like a 4-year thing. You're just you're like, it's a difficult call as to whether or not $120 stake is going to be good with $119 of gas.
That's right. So who have we got here?
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
All right. Sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. So
yeah, in and out. It's we're struggling here. We're on the new system. We're moved away from StreamYard now. We're on Restream. This for the first time, so still getting the hang of it all. But I think video quality wise, it should actually be better for the viewers out there. So, but man, how you doing? How you? What's up? Christmas coming up, Alpha.
I'm doing good. I just got done with my stream earlier, so
I know
took a little rest, and and I totally forgot that we were supposed to be on today.
You suck,
to be honest.
It's so cute when a fellow Los Angelino feigns like he's not an incredible flake. That's the best thing, I think. Own it, brother. We're from LA.
Yeah,
we don't show up on time.
All fun.
That's it.
Yeah.
And anyway, DJ Nonum, as you can see here, he threw you under the bus already.
He did.
Oh.
No, but it was technical difficulty as well, because I was trying to do it on another device.
Of course.
And I realized that I wasn't able to do it, so I gotta jump in the studio and turn everything back on, and I had to set everything up basically. So we're here. Good to see you guys.
Now we're here.
Papa Boner.
Nice to meet you, DJ Alf. May I call you Alfie?
Sure. Call me whatever you like.
Right on. Well, they got two DJs, so I got to call you something different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you call Cryptomatic DJ.
Exactly. Well, for you, I gotta do something different. I gotta call you from your entire name. Yeah.
That's right.
Informal. May I say Dr. DJ Alphamusic? May I do that?
Alphamusic. That is nice.
Yeah. Alpha Matrix. Alpha Matchbox. Alpha. I can't read it. I've got because DJ keeps me on. I get told I'm on a 14-inch screen, and he's like, "Let's compress everything into today's show." So I'm looking at you like on the equivalent of like a Trezor Model T screen. So it's really small. But nice to meet you.
Yes. I believe I met you one time at what was it? Hex Asian show.
Yes.
Oh yes, that would have been yes.
That was like 3 years ago. It was a while ago.
Yeah, that was it was quite a ride at Hex. Did you have a good time? Did you remember it at all, or is it just like kind of a blur? Because for me, the entire time at Hex Asians was a blur. It was
a blur. I mean, I remember that day. I remember who was there. I don't remember the questions. I don't remember the answers.
Beautiful.
But, it was one of the first few times I think I would say I met Cryptomatic, and then we kind of got together, and we started doing the Hex raids on Twitch.
Tuesdays, yeah.
And we've been doing that for like 3 years now, really trying to push Hex.
It's more than that. It's 3.5 years. And you see on your turntable there where you're leaning on, you have the Hex platter with the logo out. So
beautiful.
You know, we're both pushing the Hex branding on Twitch.
Every day this is on. So.
Yeah, and you're streaming 3 hours every day, and you always have the Pulse X and Pulsechain and Hex logos up
somewhere
on the screen.
Where is it now? It's
Exactly. Yeah, it's on the other end. There it is. But you know, and
am I mirrored right now?
Yeah, there is a button where you can unmirror it.
You unmirror, and then you'll be fine.
We'll figure that. That's all right. Left or right or left, same.
But can you tell the people who are maybe not familiar, like crypto now? I want to get into the DJ stuff as well, but crypto, like when did you discover Richard
Hex.
Hart, and then later on, because you discovered him before Hex, right?
Crypto. No, I discovered Richard Hart when I was introduced to the Hex coin by one of the OGs of Hex, and this was probably I want to say early 2021.
Right. So before the crazy run up.
You know what? I'm sorry. It was around 2020 sometime. Okay. I think it's right right after the launch sometime. Did that make sense?
That makes you an OG too, by the way. Thank you.
Well, indeed, I didn't get it.
We launched December 2019, and December then 2020 we had the big payday, and the Bitcoin top. This is the story that you once told me, that you saw Rich's tweet about the Bitcoin top, which would have been April, May 21 ish.
Man, I
Bitcoin just fell out the parabola, the famous.
You have this locked in your head much better than I have. But I remember that my friend was telling me, "Hey, you got to get into this thing called Hex." He was trying to introduce me into crypto,
right?
And at that time, like, I'll look into it. I was still learning everything, and I got into Bitcoin at first, and then I think it was when the word started to get out that the Pulsechain was about to launch.
Okay.
That's when I put a little bit more attention to it. And then Pulsechain already launched, and PulseX was about to start the sacrifice.
The sacrifices, yes. That was summer of 21, the Pulsechain sacrifice. That was in June.
Yes. So I already got in with Hex before that. And then that's when I started to learn. I already learned, like, about Richard Hart, and he told me about you guys, and even one of my friends was like, "Oh, you need some problems, got to hit up Papa Boner." I know he probably doesn't have, and I think I remember I had an issue, and I think I messaged you, but you weren't following me, so.
What? Well,
what the
3
heck?
years later, can I help you?
What the heck?
I don't flake out like that. It must not have gotten through to me or something, or you got a different name.
No. I'm not calling you out or anything like that, because I know, like, whatever. Like, that was just story. That was really the story. And then being here was really, I remember I had an issue with something.
So Papa B snobbed you. That's the great story here.
Shut up. I don't do that.
No, I'm just kidding.
I answer like spam calls and shit. I'm that polite. I don't not get back to people. I'm like, oh, a potential spam. Well, it's only potential. Hello. No, I do have a will already. Thank you.
I might have to go back and check my DMs from Twitter and see if you ever got back to me.
We didn't have auto burn set. Damn. No, of course. And if there's anything I can never help you with, and I didn't follow you, that doesn't make sense. That I wouldn't.
You did follow me after the fact, after I already resolved my problem and issue and everything, and then that was like I believe it was I was doing some migration thing and I messed up.
Okay.
I didn't understand the difference between seed words and difference between like the treasure password. It was so confusing.
Password, seed.
I figured that out. That was out. That was all good.
Good.
Well,
good.
Basically going back to meeting Cryptomatic. The one of my guys that introduced me into Hex. It's telling me, hey, there's a DJ on Twitch, Cryptomatic. You want to connect with them and stuff like that. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, yeah. Now I got to kind of meet with this. We got to meet so many other people, and we've been trying to just show Hex on Twitch as much as we could for the last years, ups and downs. We're still there trying to softly, and we have
still doing the damn thing
through our ways. How we do it is very different than how you guys give a lot more information and just kind of show the ropes to everybody, right? How we do it, we just kind of lightly talk about it. We have messages in the chat automatically pop in the chat telling you about Hex if you want to learn about it, or if you want to get into cryptocurrency, look into Hex, Pulsechain, and whatnot. There's some videos, check it out. It's not like in your face, the base of it is really just the music, people enjoying it, but they'll see the logo all the time. I have a Hex on there. I think I met a bunch of people. We got Nom Nom on board. I met Sandy. HOA's in here, right? Hex on Air.
Yeah, Hex on Air is in here. It's got your crowd in here
too.
But that's very true. Like we brought some people from the Hex community into our music shows, but it also worked the other way around. That people that were more music enthusiasts checking us out on Twitch, then all of a sudden we're interested in Hex and Pulsechain. And it's like you say, it's a subtle shield. It's not like hammering it down your throat. But as I always tell people, I have these repeating chat messages. And if you listen to an hour of a music mix and every 10 minutes something pops up about Hex and Pulschain, eventually you're gonna click on it, and then seeing it's also natural seeing that we're just normal everyday. We're everyday people, we're not some some smarty pants, whatever. And I think that lends authenticity to the whole thing.
Absolutely, you said it. You said it perfectly, really.
You know what I mean?
That was by the way, that was the most decrepit, old, like fogey, everyday people rendition that I've ever heard in my life. Take all the sugar and funk out of it completely, and there's
Arrested Development
in the old age home version.
Yeah,
yes,
there we go.
They're everyday people.
How did you become a DJ way back in the day?
Oh man, I'm gonna go back to that.
I want to go all the way back. The inquiring minds want to know how did that start, becoming a DJ for you?
Well, for me, this was back in. I've always had vinyl records in my house. My uncle, he's a collector, and his collection is in here right now in this studio.
Okay.
And I've always been around music. My dad's a drummer. So music has always been in there, and I loved music. And then one day, I think I saw my friend told me, I'm a DJ. I'm like, what the freak? You're a DJ? What the hell is that? Like, he said, yeah, I play like records and stuff. All right, cool. Like, hey man, I want to see where you go. Can I bring some records? Like, I have a lot of records already. I'm like, hey, look, can I bring some records to you and at your party? And can you play it? was like, yeah, come by, bring some. And I brought it to the party, watched him play. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool, man. You blended those two songs together like so smoothly without even knowing how you just changed from one song to the next and kind of keeping the groove, keeping the vibe going. And that really sparked my interest. And I started just, internet was just starting to come up, started to do some research.
So that was in the 90s, or just for time perspective, when
early 90s.
Right.
It's early 90s. I went to this party. I won a raffle, $500, and I bought my turntables, and then I started, that was like literally my turntables are free from that raffle, and I just started buying my mixer and everything else, and that really got me just stuck in the room and just started DJing and playing and just honing into my craft and learning how to mix and all that stuff that comes along with being a DJ.
Did you begin by playing anniversaries and bar mitzvahs, or did you begin
especially bar mitzvahs?
Especially, I'm very interested in the bar mitzvahs. Yes.
First party, I mean, I think I would say most DJs' first party is probably some sort of a house party somewhere, a DJ like a house party. Right. But I did get into the club pretty much a year after that. I did like a big 1,200 people event. That's like a year after that, and then I got into the club scene pretty early on. I did a lot of nightclubs.
What clubs in and around Los Angeles area of the city, or where were these clubs that you're talking about? Like notable stuff?
I was in Orange County, so it was
Orange County. Okay.
Yeah, I was in Orange County, and I started off DJing in Irvine, so Southern California.
Right.
Irvine was the first ones. Costa Mesa.
Costa Mesa. All right, the hippest place in all of California, Costa Mesa. I got cousins in Costa Mesa. It ain't Costa Mesa, and you don't live there unless you got two like rusty jalopy cars in the front yard. It's a real happening town. That's what. Yeah. What else? Yeah. What else you do? When you broke into the big stuff, did you go head further north, or did you stick around the Orange County proper? Or
I'm known in the Orange County area still to this day. I have like a residency out here in Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach, nice. Okay.
I live in LA myself, but I have done a lot of clubs in LA as well. I've done clubs in Vegas. I've done events in other states. But my home turf is still Orange County and Orange County, California, and LA, Southern California area. That's where most of my fan base is. But after being on Twitch after the pandemic, that did grow a lot of who you guys, where everyone starts to know you too on Twitch, right?
Yeah,
you're kind of expanding. Like meeting you guys, it's not without the without the internet. So so that's basically how most of it. I got into mixed CDs. I was making a lot of mixed CDs back in the day. That's really how I got my name out there, playing a lot of Euro dance music.
That's what I wanted to ask you, because I've seen some of your live gigs. When you're in Huntington Beach, you broadcast that on Twitch sometimes, and you play the stuff, because I'm from Germany, as you know, and you play the stuff that we played in the 90s. It's like the 80s pop and wave, the Depeche Mode and the Pet Shop Boys.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Depeche Mode?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's Depeche.
Is that the German? We say Depeche Mode. Is that the German pronunciation?
No.
It's a German thing.
So what do you say? Le Depeche Mode. That sounds French.
There you go. It is French.
But they're from London.
But they're
the word. Yeah, the name came from like a fashion. What is it? Fashion forward is what Depeche means, right?
Yep.
It's a newspaper.
I'm a big Depeche Mode fan, by the way.
You are, and you play that kind of stuff, and the Asian crowd totally gets so excited about it. And I watched your stream one night, and it's like, what? This is now prime time. This is peak hour and he's playing that stuff, and people enjoyed. Where it's almost we would be today embarrassed to play some of these songs, the modern talking in Germany, but that's like really your thing. And in LA, I think, reading your biography and everything, you are kind of known for this style of music in LA as the go-to DJ, like really famous in the club scene. If people want to have that kind of a music and theme at their party, that's not many guys to call, and you totally are on this vibe. So how did this happen? Because there's many hip hop DJs and house music in California,
right.
But this is a bit special.
Yeah, well, so I guess you can go back to the back in the 90s. A lot that community, the Asian community, really liked the house music and dance music, especially stuff from Europe, because of their affinity and their love for like that kind of music. I think what if you really want to go back to it, is because when they were in Asia, they got a lot of influence from Europe. So a lot of European music they really loved, such as Modern Talking, CC Ketchup, all the stuff from Germany and
Sabrina.
And Italy. Yeah, Sabrina, Salerno.
Boys.
They loved all those music they heard in Asia, because those groups actually toured those Asian countries. Now, when they migrated to the U.S., they brought that music with them.
Right.
Even though those kind of music was not very big out here in the U.S., they were not charting here.
No.
I'm not talking about Depeche Mode, but more like Modern Talking. That was the big groups that are out that came out of Germany, right?
Yes. It's all done by the same producer. Some of them, like that's a running joke here in Germany, that the first Modern Talking album is that every song on that album has the same synthesizer sound, and then it's always the joke that how you can create 12 different songs with the same sound, They always try to get their break to the US, but it never really happened for none of them, really. That was always their key target, to reach the US market, and it never really
it never reached the
never
US
happened.
market, really.
Sorry, Papa B, you were saying.
No, I just saw in the chat that DJ Nom Nom made a funny. He says, "One night in Bangkok." Wait, wrong era. That's my era. So Nom Nom knowing that means that he's old as well. Maybe
I think he spelled that wrong, though.
One night. No, he spelled it right.
It's right.
One night in
Bangkok. It's from the chess musical.
Yes.
Murray Head,
yeah.
Murray Head.
Also a German guy, isn't he?
Yes, but they broke through. That Modern Talking didn't break through.
No.
Murray Head broke through to the U.S. Charts. So like that kind of music is the same style of music, right? Kind of that style.
Yeah, it is.
Like that song, "One Night in Bangkok," like Baltimore, the Tarzan Boy, and like those songs from out of Europe actually broke through to the U.S.
Laura Branigan,
Self Control, right? You're right. Those things did break through, but Modern Talking did not. So, but then I want to continue what I said earlier, I guess, and that's what it got popular over here, and I became that guy that played that kind of music. We were playing that in the CDs. We're breaking music from Europe, like we're breaking Euro dance music, and that was what I started with. I think people know me for that European music.
Yeah,
and we started a night back starting like in 2000. Every single month we have like one night that's dedicated to that, and we kept that going up until now. But and it's not weekly or monthly anymore. It's just whenever I want to throw a party, I guess.
Could you take a request?
Kraftwerk? Requesting Kraftwerk?
Work this into your mix of tunes on your gramophone. Are you ready for this one? Der Kommissar is in town.
Oh yeah. After the dark.
Falco
was
German. Yeah.
Falco didn't he do a different version? The German version.
He did.
Right?
He did
English.
English
and a German version. That's right.
Der Kommissar's in town. Whoa,
You got it, sir.
Don't turn around.
Yeah, in Germany goes
doing
dra die nicht although that is Austrian.
Oh, you did a German version. Yeah, I want to hear that.
Dra nie nicht oh, oh, oh. Da, da, da. Schau, schau, der Kommissar geht da, da, da. Something like that. Rest in peace, Falco.
Got a lot of 80s fan in the chat, huh?
Yeah, we got 105 people watching this live.
Whoa.
Dropping the alpha nuggets here on the show. But it's so great for you to be on. And with all that, you've become another like specialty, novelty pillar in the community. And as you said, we're doing this. No, for real. We're doing this already. Hex on air. Alles klar, Herr Kommissar. Exactly. That's how
That's right.
That's how it continues. And you've been doing this for 3.5 years at least already. So we're always streaming on Tuesdays, rating each other back and forth, sharing the communities, and trying to get the good word of Richard Hart's coins out there through the music. That is what we're doing.
And I want to say, I think Cryptomatic don't want to say it, but
no.
You love each other. I know.
We're a couple.
Absolutely. I love this guy. And we want to help Cryptomatic become a partner on Twitch. So what a partner is, it means you're a verified streamer, verified account. And that means it comes with a level of respect when you have a partner tick next to it. You can't buy this tick. You can't buy this check mark. Like you do with X and Facebook and Instagram, right? You have to earn this. Okay. You earn this by getting you got to have 75 viewers average, and you got to stream for a certain amount of days, which is like 3 days. And I see Cryptomatic getting very, very, very close. We would love to have
this close to getting my check mark.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, you're gonna open the books on brother DJ Cryptomatic. He's gonna have a swear. He's gonna have a blood oath. You're gonna mix it. You're gonna burn a saint's picture in your hands and rub it out, and you'll be a made man.
No, the point is, I'm trying to pump your bags, guys, because when you have this partner status on Twitch, that's how you can make it onto the front page. In the front page spinning carousel, and all of a sudden,
that is
it's
exactly
no longer 20 people watching; it's like 5,000 watching. Just imagine what that can do for the Hex
Cryptomatic
outreach marketing. No,
what can we do to help? What can we do to help?
And Nom Nom, I'm already getting you confused. Alphamusic has already the partner, so you know that's how big we are on Twitch.
We have 50,000 live views. You know, on it's crazy amount of people that they put on there, and it's great because Twitch has made some agreement with the record labels that's allowing DJs to stream. So that is pushing us DJs in the forefront a lot more, and they're able to push DJs, and that's really where it all came from, and that will benefit us as well, putting the Creature Heart coins out there. And I would love everybody. We're going to figure out something, Cryptomatic, figure out a good schedule when the time comes. And we would love everyone to come and support Cryptomatic and tune in. If you guys would do that, that'd be amazing. It would help us out. It would help the whole Hex community, the whole ecosystem.
Let's get the time and everything, and we will retweet the hell out of it, and I'll show up to promote that. We didn't know that there was a way to help DJ until now. A lot of us, or not myself, I dip in every 4 or 5 weeks or whatever. But a lot of the people in the chat have been supporting DJ up until now. Those are some of the live views that you've seen. But he also draws a lot more from outside the community too, which is interesting. So this is a call to action, everyone.
Call to action.
So
Twitch. Check my Twitch. link is below in the description. Also, Alphamusic links are below in the chat. Also, link to your DJ gear store. Before we go into TA with Toby, let's touch on that real quick. Why did you come up with the idea to do your own merchandise product? Well, it's not merchandise, it's really DJ equipment gear. It's bags mostly, where you can stuff in your mixer so that they don't get damaged on the flight. How did that idea come about?
That the idea came about when we started to switch over from analog, like bringing vinyl, to your all your parties. Like we used to bring
You had to
and
carry the
plastic
crates
bags.
in the 90s.
And then
Yeah.
when we switched over, this was right around when Serato became more of a normal thing, where you can actually DJ from your computer.
Right.
Now we're like, there's nothing proper out that
Mhm.
that can carry, all the DJ gears for the digital DJs now.
Right.
So we're looking at a couple of competitors. I don't want to name their names. I don't want to promote
Oh,
them.
we name names on this show.
But we thought they were not, as at least in my opinion, wasn't up to par of what we want to do. We decided, you know what, let's invest in this and let's do this. Start off with one bag, and we the bag company is called Jetpack Bags,
Yes.
and we are now we have a lot of SKUs, different bags, different size bags for different kinds of DJs. A smaller bag, a headphone bag for just a USB headphone guys. We also have bags for a large controller where you can fit your controller in there, and you have a backpack that fits your laptop, what have you. We try to take care of every single DJ that's out there, and we try to complete our line of bags, and that's available at Jetpack Bags. We are available in Europe and US at the moment.
Right.
Other than that, we're still growing in the other places, and but in the US, we're pretty strong brand here in the US.
Very cool. But don't you have to constantly, because that world keeps changing all the time. There's new controllers, new turntables. Don't you then have to constantly like update all of your manufacturing, right? That's a bit of a hassle, I could imagine.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all goes with any any business, I would say. You see the industry evolve, and you have to be in tune with everything, making sure that you're on top of everything.
Right.
Just like, let's say, for instance, like a phone, like the phone case comes out, and you got to get a hold of that phone and make a case for it, make accessories for it. Same idea for the DJ.
Absolutely, yeah, because they are changing then, and then all the phone. You're right. Then it doesn't work
all the
anymore with the
accessories
camera.
change.
So I took a look at this Jetpack site. There's a big sale going on now.
Yeah, it's a holiday sale.
Yes, they are.
Very nice gear there.
If you're looking for a Christmas gift,
yeah, exactly.
For your DJ partner.
Can I fit a body in one of these things? Because next, are they waterproof resistant?
You can fit a Toby in one of these.
They're all water resistant, and you can
from the inside. I mean,
Duck Dynasty has joined.
Oh.
Hello.
Speaking of bodies I'd like to get rid of, here's Toby, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, geesh. The love. Can you feel it? What's up, DJ Alpha? It's nice to meet you, man. It's like I was surprised I wasn't already following you. So been
pleasure to meet you as well.
Fun to learn a little bit about you. I didn't get to watch the whole stream. I was helping my elderly parents out with some things, but I listened to a little bit, and I'm definitely going to go back and watch it on the replay. So
it's always good to reveal that.
I heard you mention Kraftwerks. Well, I was on a music video show in the 80s, and one of the promotional things that I got from that same era, I don't know if you can see this.
Oh wow, what is that?
Do you remember a group called Zig Zig Sputnik?
Yeah,
I heard of it. Yes.
Yeah. So that was very much of that same era. The box is all destroyed because I've had it since about 1986. But just took me back a little bit.
Well, so you heard mention, and then you went and you found your Zig Sputnik box from 1986.
Behind me in that fireplace that we don't use, that is all LPs.
That's where you store your records. Nom Nom says we need Baby Yoda. So is that possible?
Oh God.
Oh my God. But you also have to do the voice.
Oh no, please don't.
Apple, why did you abandon me?
Oh.
I love you. Okay, whatever. All right. His battery must be dead. So
anywho,
DJ Alpha, I don't know if you know or not, but they bring my goofy ass on the last 15 minutes of every show to do some technical analysis.
That's how we
and
do
then
it.
Papa proceeds to interrupt me perpetually throughout the whole thing, raising my blood pressure. So there's like a running, there's a side bet somewhere of when I'm going to have a stroke on stream. So
aneurysms don't count. It has to be a full stroke or what?
Full stroke. I got to have like the melted candle face. It's got to be the whole thing.
Nice. That's a good descriptor there. That's very nice.
Yeah, I know.
So Alpha, if you could stick around for maybe a good 10 minutes, we'll try to keep it condensed, and then
I'll do my best.
Stick around for the bullish stuff. Then just go away for the bearish stuff. That's
let's go for the charts, because we got so much happening this week. It's crazy.
Everything's kind of shot and shot.
Damn. Still getting used to the streaming thing here.
That's a little different.
Where am I clicking? Oh, here's a chart.
There we go. All right, so we'll start off with the original Hex, HEX. Richard's firstborn son, the beloved, the one and only. I still hold it near and dear in my heart. I know many of you do as well. Plus, there's probably a shit ton of us that have stakes that we can't really do anything with if we wanted to, and we're not EESing anytime soon. So I always like to show it this way first. This is the big white parallel descending channel that's been going on all the way back since all-time high in September of 2021. Back in June of this past year, or this year, I decided, hey, I'm curious, like wonder what if we laid over the pattern from June of 2020 through September of 2021 over the current chart, how that would look. And remarkably, from June until like beginning of October, it followed it spooky accurate. And then what I did notice, though, is that it was showing this run up right around the time of the hearing, the SEC hearing in the end of October. And I think people were anticipating that, and that run up happened about like 3 weeks early. So what I did is I just took that fractal, that yellow squiggly line that you see here, and I just moved it forward about 3 or 4 weeks. And now it lines up almost perfectly. So fractals are kind of like woo-woo, right? I mean, TA is already a little like astrology for men. You add the fractals on there, the bars patterns, and it's like it's gambling on top of gambling. But it's interesting to see how it's played out, and it's kind of fun to speculate with. So if I zoom in a little bit here on this chart, I've got it on the weekly now. I'm going to break this down to the 3-day. And then you can see really closely here. Here's that yellow line, and then here's the red and green bars pattern. I mean, it's crazy. And then what did it do? It topped out right around just over 5 cents, which is what we had been calling for. And I've been talking about since way back in August that, we could be looking at a 0.5 cent HEX, and everyone thought that was insane. But here we are. And lo and behold, it's rounding over right there. So if we're going to follow the fractal, it looks like we could get a pullback as deep as 0036. Something else to look for on parallel channels is the midline. So I would say that, I'd be looking at support first at the 100 EMA, which is the exponential moving average, and that's at 0042. Looks like we got one good bounce off of it already. We could work our way back down there and find that as support and work our way back up. If we break through that, I'd look for support on the midline, which happens to kind of line up with the fractal around 0036, 0037. And then I would expect us to start to work our way back up. Do we follow the fractal? Maybe.
We'll see. We break out here.
I'm more confident in the parallel channel playing out. Now, do we work our way all the way back down to the south side of it and then come up and break out? Do we get good support here and then make a try at the top side? The big one, the more important one, in my opinion, is that big white channel that I've been talking about before. And if you guys recall, with parallel channels, when they break out, they move the height of the channel. So here's the big white channel that we've been tracking forever and a day. And here is the measured move of that if we break it. So if, let's say, we break the yellow channel, we can just kind of eyeball here, make it easy. I'll just go ahead and put a little yellow line in. If we break that here shortly, what would occur is it would break the white channel, right? So if we broke that, a bullish thing would be to come back and test the top of it and then go. And then the full measured move of the white channel gets us up to around 20 cent HEX.
Oh my God.
Which I don't think anybody would sneeze at. And, and it could be as soon as this spring, March, April. So we'll see how it plays out. But that's EHEX.
Alphamusic doesn't believe it.
Yeah, hey, crazier shit's happened.
I didn't
bro.
say
It's
that.
like, I mean, you got to realize
Crazier shit happened. Yeah.
It's just like a couple weeks ago we were at 3 zeros and a 9.
Nice.
And now we're at half a penny. So I mean, what is that? That is like a 600%, something like that we got. Yeah, 600% run up. So, it's like, I don't know if you were around for the first bull cycle for Hex, but it's like, Richard famously was like, hey, you could have sold on a double, sold on a double, sold on a double, sold on. It doubled like 13 times, like in a couple of months. So it's highly possible. We'll see how plausible it is. So anyhow, moving right along, we'll go over to Hex, the new Hex. If you ever watched the movie back in the 80s, Twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, this would be the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Hex Twins. Danny DeVito is like the little guy over on Ethereum. Still
Where's Peter? He does a mean Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
He does. Well, he's from Kvechnia, so I believe
that's how they talk.
All right,
both talk like that. So yeah. So basically, what we've got going on here on PHEX is it's had a nice little run with this ascending yellow parallel channel, and we're on a daily on this one. Kind of zoom in here a little bit. What's going on? And we got to the top of the channel back November 17th. We worked our way back down right to the midline and the yellow squiggle, which is the 21 EMA. Worked our way back to the top of the channel November 29th. Bounced there a couple of days. Came back down. Didn't go as deep as the midline, but we did bounce off the 21 EMA again. Looks like we actually have made a breakout of the top side of that channel. And as I was saying before, what's bullish? When you have the breakout, you come back and test the top line and then go. So if if we can confirm this breakout and we don't roll back into the channel and we start to go, then the upside move on this takes us to about 3.8 pennies for PX. So not too far away from all-time high, which is 4.2. So that's what I would be looking for. And I'd be looking for resistance at 3 cents, which is psychological resistance anytime you have a nice round number. Plus, we had some previous topping action way back at the launch in May of 23 at around the 3 cent level. So I'd say that would be our next resistance. We break through 3 cents. I think we're going to get to 3.8 in short order. If you watched last week, pretty much everything I called happened. So not saying I'm got a crystal ball, but this shit kind of works.
Enough about your crystal balls. Continue.
Yes, and moving right along, we've got and I actually can I shout out to my sponsor, Tommy Chong's CBD Good Vibes. It's like because this is CBD and caffeine, and if it wasn't for this, I would not be able to keep up with Papa today.
Is that a barbecue hot sauce or what is that? Like the devil's
something like that. It's a hot sauce for your brain. So I'm very awake at the moment. So we'll see how long it lasts. So all right. So moving right along, we're going to
Pulsechain. The roll.
Pulsechain, as you can see here, it's a little more of a convoluted chart. We had the big sell-off back in March of 24 with Richard's death tweet. It kind of killed everything. So we worked our way sideways and down with this orange parallel channel, popped up out of that, pretty much made the measured move and created this new structure, this yellow parallel channel that we've been following. And very much like the PHEX chart that we just looked at, we have a breakout. So we have a breakout and we've retested it now for the last week. It looks like yesterday's or the previous 3-day candle and the current 3-day candle both are right at the top of that line. So if we can stay above, say, 4 zeros and an 8, if we can stay above that level, close above that level, especially on the 3-day. And let's see, I got to see when the 3-day closes. 3-day closes. We got 2 more days on the 3-day. So if we can stay above 0.08 or at least close above 0.08 in 2 days, then I'd say that's very bullish, and we'd be likely to be making this measured move on the yellow parallel channel, the ascending parallel channel that Pulse is in. The measured move of that takes us almost to this old structure that we broke out of way back in April when we had the death tweet that we made pretty much the full measured move down on. Now we're working our way back up. So if we can make the measured move on the yellow channel, that gets us to about 29% above SAC rate. So 30129. And that's just a little whisper away from trying to get back into this broader white channel. And then, maybe we can start working our way up through some of these green horizontal lines, which are horizontal resistances along the way where we had support previously.
Well, just erase them, Toby. Help the community out. Just
get them out of the way.
Resistance lines. Yeah,
so they're not
do it now. Come on.
there to contest our move up. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking for there. Hopefully we can continue the bullish news. Maybe Auntie Carol, if you're listening, if you took some pity and we've tugged your heartstrings, the Hexicans that came to the hearing in New York in the end of October, maybe instead of waiting like the full 90-day range until the end of January to make your ruling, you could give it to us before Christmas. That would be great.
There is speculation on the Twitters. You know, some people seem to know something somehow.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool if that gets bounced on out of here before Christmas. I think that would be not only super bullish, of course, but it would just
something.
I don't know.
Who are these that know? Who are these people?
They may be just speculating.
Shadow players. So all right, so let's go on to Pulse X, the DEX token, right? This one looks, holy moly, there's a lot going on this chart. So here's what I found that was interesting though. We have this parallel channel that I think is legit on Pulse X. We got multiple touches on the bottom, multiple touches on the top. It's falling into this descending channel nicely, which we've touch all along the bottom. Pretty good touches up here. We're at it right now. So we'll see if this bigger pattern plays out. Not real sure about that. We're gonna have to get a little more price action to be more confident in it. But it looks pretty solid to me. Like this structure could be for real. The problem would be is if we roll over, hopefully we'll bust out of it. If we bust out of it, it's a huge measured move. So everybody likes the moon math. If we do break out of this channel, then we're going to all-time highs, like literally almost to the tick, which would be 000138. So that would be fantastic and oddly lines up literally with the all-time high.
And that's a big swaying Bob's pattern. I can see there. It's a giant.
Oh yes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we try to keep it more in layman's terms here, Papa. We don't want to get overly technical.
Right on.
So yeah. So that's kind of what you got going on there. And then moving on over to the clown of the family, the baby boy, the ink token.
Everybody likes ink.
Everybody likes ink, right? It's like the one you can earn just for parking your stuff in the yield farms. So we worked our way down this white parallel channel for quite a while, tried to break above it, and then we rode the top side of that channel for a long while. And then, the measured move would be when it finally broke here in, November 2nd, started working our way up. And it looks like, we've made that full measured move now. And as I was saying last week, where were we? It was about $3. And I said, hey, if we can get past the $3 level, basically we should shoot right through 4 and be marching toward 523. Well, within, days of that, a couple of days of last week's stream, we had that big shoot up, right? So we're consolidating a little bit here. Let me zoom in on this new channel that it's in. Right now we are at the midline of the bigger channel. So you see this blue dashed line. That's the midline of this bigger parallel channel. I'll brighten this up a little bit so you can see it more. Bing. So that's that channel. And then we have this channel within a channel that's working its way up, and we're right at the midline of that one as well. So much like we had this little blue swoopy guy before, because you had the intersection of two parallel channels, I think we could be doing a similar thing here. So I personally see this as pretty bullish, pretty strong. I don't know that we're going to roll over back to the bottom side of this channel, which would get us down to around 340. And I think it would be crazy bearish and just some moron with a giant dump that would get us back down to around the 220 level if we went to the bottom of the bigger channel. I think we're going to hold here personally. I'm not saying for sure, but it looks really strong to me, the confluence of this midline of this channel and the midline of the current ascending channel that it's in. So I think we hold here and work our way to the top side of this, then get to the top side of the bigger channel. And then the measured move of the parallel channel is, say it with me, the height of the channel. So if we take that and let's say we break out, what is today? The 5th. Let's say by next Thursday, we work our way to the top of that channel and break out. The measured move of that, $21. Sounds insane. I know, I get it. But, first we got to get past that 523 level, get past the top of the channel at $7, get past the other psychological around $10. But, it doesn't take a whole lot for this stuff to just start going absolutely ape shit. And then you got to realize that's still considerably below the all-time high, which is at $81. And we were just looking at PulseX, and think about this for a minute, that the strongest pairing on PulseX is PulseX and Ink. We just looked at the PulseX chart and looked at how we could be going to all-time high on that very soon. Right. So to me, that seems like that would pull Ink up as well. So I think some sort of boisterous move to 22 might not be the end of it. You know, we could be looking at testing all-time highs, especially if we get good news in the end of December.
But there was this tweet by Too Spooky. Did you see that? There is a certain whale who's constantly selling down the
guys
Ink chart.
The orange guys much anymore.
Right. Oh, you're and the blockaronis there, but they're like.
No, I mean we're not blocked. I didn't block him. He didn't block me. It's like we're good on a personal level. I just don't really pay attention.
I'm just saying, Ink is up against a lot of sale pressure. So
yeah, whatever. It's all It's all against a lot of sell pressure. It's like it's FUD. So I don't ascribe to that. I think.
How about ETH?
The way you're looking at it, it's like then you have missed. You've lost the plot. You know, because it's like, I mean, how much sell pressure is on Bitcoin, right?
Right.
And
Toby,
it's like,
Toby.
it's still working its way up. And it takes a lot more economic energy to move that up. So
Toby, Ethereum, please.
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah, because there's so much riding on Ethereum that, you know, hypothetically, we would want to know what Ethereum's up to, because...
And we did a similar thing on the Ethereum chart where it's like I pulled a fractal from the previous bull cycle back in 21, and we had a double top. Oddly enough, very similar time frame wise to when Bitcoin topped. So this is interesting to me, because I was thinking, you know, that what somehow in my head, I think from previous cycles, not the last cycle, but older cycles, it seemed like Bitcoin would run first, then Ethereum would run, and then altcoins would run. And I've repeated that ad nauseum because I thought that was the case. But if you go back to 2021, the first new like peak or whatever, the first high, I guess you could say, in that cycle was May 22nd, right around then, May 15th, May 22nd, somewhere in there. If you look at Bitcoin, I mean, I could have just told you and you could, you know, and said, trust me, but we're not going to do that. We're going to show it to you. We're going to show it to you. So if we go weekly on this and we go back here, where did it peak? April 21. So it was only a month after, but it was damn close. It wasn't months and months apart, right? Mm-hmm. So as you can see that Ethereum is starting to run, I think that's kind of in line with that logic, that Bitcoin has a big surge, then here comes Ethereum. And then here's this, let me see if I can move this guy around a little bit just so you can see. Here's the fractal, bars pattern from 21-22 or 2021. So this was May of 2021, and then in November-ish of 2021. And then what we did is we lined that up with what was going on here since back in, I believe it was September. And we've ridden right up that fractal. We're well above the midline of the broader parallel ascending channel, this orange parallel ascending channel that has gone all the way back to June 22. If we continue to do that, interestingly enough, the fractal actually shows a little stutter step right here, which could be the break above, the retest, and then go. The measured move of this orange channel, as I've told you guys on previous streams, takes us to about 12.6. If we follow the fractal, you'd be looking at May of 25, which is, you know, 4 years from the previous cycle, 4-year cycle, right? You're looking at about $20,000. Unlike Bitcoin, which barely beat, it's like more or less a double top, right? When it topped in April and topped again in November, it was like within like $600 or something. This one, it was a pretty substantial difference on its second top. So if we follow the fractal, you'd be looking at about a $20,500 Ethereum in May. And then if we get a little dipsy doodle here, and then have the double top in November, like we did last cycle, you'd be going from 20,500 to about 23,500. So I don't think anyone would be upset with that. But that's kind of what's going on with Ethereum. Say that we'll bounce back over to Bitcoin real quick, because that's been a fun one to watch and see how that's been playing out. And we'll go to the 3-day on that. And you can see here, we are working our way up a little tiny baby channel. this yellow channel, and we actually did the breakdown, and that's where we retested around the $90,000 limit. So I saw that coming. We're working back up the underside of it. Obviously, we wicked up above 100,000. We're just below 100,000 now.
Yeah, it was 104K where it topped out for the moment, and
Yep.
it was all over mainstream media, especially here in Europe.
Everywhere.
Everyone's talking about it.
Everywhere.
Absolutely
But
crazy.
much like my whole logic with these parallel channels, we've got an ascending parallel channel for Bitcoin that goes all the way back to 2012, I believe, right?
Oh, come on.
Way back. Way.
Whoa, what's the measured move? Bring it up to again. I'm sorry.
Measured move on that one, depending on when we make the breakout, takes us up to about 185,000. But if the breakout happens in December, if the breakout takes a while and doesn't get here until April, then you're looking at a measured move of about 188,000. 189,000.
Nice.
So that would be the measured move, with some exuberance, we could overshoot that by 20-30% and get up to Richard's call of 240K. So buckle in, boys. It's finally starting to get fun. We've endured the bear market, and now the fun part begins. So
now the fun part begins, and it's coming fast. Like, we doubled the total crypto market cap is 3.6 trillion right now. It was 2 trillion some 4 weeks ago. So that's coming very fast. It's crazy numbers.
Yes.
Little alt
After the election,
season as
right?
well. Right with the election, exactly. That's 4 weeks ago, and then we'll see if we run up all the way till the 20th of January when it's inauguration day. Yeah,
should be good stuff. And then also something to be aware of. Think of this: Kash Patel, right? Isn't that the guy that's been nominated for the director position for the FBI?
Yeah, and a pro crypto for the SEC.
Pop some corn. The confirmation hearings on that are going to be fun. But if he gets in, he's pretty anti-bullshit. So I think that would be very, very good for crypto going forward as well. Because,
absolutely. I mean, before we go, I have to just show this clip. It's only a few seconds. Listen in on this one. This is
I've been a skeptic over the years because of some of the things that you just quoted Powell on in terms of its store of value. It's not a currency equivalent, right? It is a speculative asset. And we say be very, very careful. Be very careful. We don't have it in client assets right now. There are ways to play it through the exchanges. But certainly it's getting the attention, and we're getting lots of questions about it.
40% since the election, but 60% ARR for 15 years or 10 or 15 years. So we've missed it.
We have missed that.
Yeah.
We did miss the U.S. equity market, though, so we got that, which has been a strong performer over the last decade.
He's got that going for him.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude,
we have missed
on
that.
him live on the stream.
So you've
As
missed
for that one
right?
asset, we have ignored it for a considerable amount of time. We did fuck up. It was a missed ball.
Oops.
We dropped onto the field. We've paid it no respect. We thought it was a fad. Its fashion has actually stuck. So, yes, we suck. Yeah.
We suck.
By the way,
tread 5 first.
Here we are at the end of the showtime. May I be the first to congratulate DJ Cryptomatic on another wonderful in the can. DJ Alphamusic, thank you for showing up with donut and all, and Charles Hoskinson, who gave us our charts. Thank you very much, and
thank you.
Congratulations on getting very close to Donald Trump in a new advisory board to the Crypto Czar. Charles, thank you for apologizing to Richard and the Hex community. Charles, I think you're wonderful, but I keep you at arm's length because I don't own any of your shit coins.
Hey, where can we find DJ Alpha?
Yeah, exactly. And where can we find Peter? That's the most important question.
Hey.
Peter shows up for the best part of the show, the outro.
The best part of the show.
Outro. Right, let's find out where's DJ from. Like, where can we find him? Like, I know I followed him on X. And is it just at DJ Alphamusic on X?
I'm actually on X. I couldn't get DJ Alphamusic. It was DJ Alpha, but every other social, Twitch, Facebook, what else are we on? It'll be DJ Alphamusic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And of course on Twitch, that's where his main show and with the community and everything is happening. I want to thank you personally one more time for, always supporting me, bringing your community over on Tuesdays. I know for a fact my channel would not be ranking where it's ranking if you wouldn't have constantly supported me with your guys. And as I'm not doing this for the money or for the fame, I had the DJ fame back in the 90s.
You're losing money.
When I was doing the club residencies.
I was something back then. I was a force to be reckoned with.
And all that stuff. So I'm doing it just to showcase Hex and get the branding out there, using my talent basically to, because I still got it, I still got it from back in those days.
Absolutely.
And you are supporting, and now with that, we are both among the top 0.5% of live streamers, of all live streamers on the Twitch platform. And that's out of 8 million active streamers, we are like in the top, like really up there, and that is a lot has to do with your contribution towards that, and people shouldn't underestimate that. And also you've been a very good sport with the HEX and Pulschain, promoting, and you have that always on your streams on all the time. You don't have to do that, but you're doing it because you love it, and
I believe in it,
and it's all for Richard Hart. So yeah, that's just what we're doing. So thank you very much. And please keep that up. Please keep that going, especially now you've seen the charts when we're going into this crazy bull run. But you have the last words. Shield your stuff. Is there anything else you'd like to let the crowd know? We have 130 people watching live at the moment. Say again your Twitch channel, your Jetpack Pack, all that.
Yes. Before I do that, I really want to also go back to, Cryptomatic, because he doesn't want to. It's almost like he's very humble. He doesn't want to. I want to do this for him. That's really part of the reason why I came on here, because I want to show his channel. I feel that your channel has fought through the bear market, and now we're on the bull, on the bull, and it's been kind of going up for the last few months, and it's kind of going parallel with how the market is moving, and you're getting right there to getting application, your Twitch partner application to be unlocked, and we will love every one of you guys that could follow my man DJ Cryptomatic on Twitch as well.
Yes,
and you guys are already following him on X, and we're probably going to figure out a good schedule as to
make that partner push.
Get that push and get everybody on board, and every one of you viewers would love to have you guys be on board with us as well, and help us out to get Hex on a bigger platform, and that's what we're here to do. And just we're supporters of the coins and of all this as well, and we're trying to do what we can do in our ways. And but yes, so my name is DJ Alphamusic. You can find me on my socials, and one of my companies, Jetpack Bags. We sell DJ bags. If you're a DJ, check us out, Jetpack Bags.
Yeah, your bags are slick, dude. I forgot about that.
Looking for that Christmas gift.
Yeah, I'm kind of like women in purses and shoes. It's like I love backpacks, and your stuff is solid. Like I was checking it out. It's like even though I'm not a DJ, it's like I'm toting around a big 17-inch laptop sometimes, and it's those bags are slick.
Thank you so much. We make it customizable, so you can like a company would want to put their logo on there. Cool. A DJ want to put the branding on there, or whatever. Whoever wants to put a branding on there, can definitely do it. And that's really part of the perk of our bag is different than other bags that we make all our bags. Every single one of our bags is customizable.
Sweet.
So I got a question about C67 model. How many 12-ounce water pipes can it fit?
That
asking for a friend.
Hay in the middle of the barn.
No comment.
No, they're beautiful bags, and I want to echo that what Toby said. I love bags and technical stuff with cushions and shit for components, and I've got so many old classic components that need houses, so I'm definitely looking at those bags for those purposes, with the beautiful sale that I saw before the show.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Awesome, guys. So that's all the time we have. Links to everything are down in the description. Thanks again for tuning in, for bearing with us our slightly technical difficulties with the restream here. We're still getting used to it. And now let me find The outro button is somewhere here. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.
Find that button.
DJ Alpha, hang out in the green room.
Outro.